Minister. Senator Seselja.
Thank you, Mr President. My question is to the Minister for Human Services, Senator Payne. Can the minister outline to the Senate her department's approach to improving service delivery for DHS clients by outsourcing records management?
The Minister for Human Services, Senator Payne.
Thank you very much, Mr President, and I thank the Senator very much for his question. It is very helpful to have his interest in the issues of the Department of Human Services in the chamber. Mr President, what I'd really like to do this afternoon is to set the record straight on this particular matter, given what are disappointing and, frankly, completely irresponsible misrepresentations of the facts by those opposite. Mr President, in general, records management is changing with technology. That's hardly a revelation. And in fact, since July 2012, the department has kept all its new records electronically. That would be July 2012. The number of paper files that we have and the workload that goes with that has decreased significantly. And because of the need for traditional records management facilities in the department reducing, we've been reviewing the way we manage our records. So, for example, if a lease comes up for renewal, and call me crazy, but the records management properties area in the department quite rightly considers the sustainability of that site. So in some cases we've got records management centres which are merged with others or transferred to the department's outsourced records management service provider located in Australia, Iron Mountain Australia Proprietary Limited. All of my department's records, whether they're outsourced or in-house, the management thereof complies with the relevant policy requirements. Australians can be absolutely confident that their information is secure and that this is an effective and efficient way of doing business, and the Australian public should expect no less than that efficiency and effectiveness.
Senator Seselja, a supplementary question.
Can the minister advise the Senate whether this approach will result in any job losses in her department?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr President. And again, it's important to put the mistruths which are being peddled to the sword, quite frankly. And contrary to that scaremongering, these changes will not result in any job losses for my department. And I find, in fact, the protests of those opposite quite interesting, given, Mr President, that the outsourcing of record management units for Medicare that began in 2009. And of course it was expanded across Centrelink and child support in 2011. In fact, Mr President, it was the Labor Party in government who began the consolidation of the record management units. Firstly, they closed the Darwin office in 2011, then they consolidated 2 units in Perth in 2012, so perhaps Senator Cameron could decide to check his facts. He has half a dozen former human services ministers to ask, including 3 in this chamber.
Has expired. Order. Order. Senator Cormann and Senator Fifield. Order. Senator Seselja, a final supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr President. I thank the minister for that excellent answer. Can the minister advise the Senate how these arrangements will improve her department's capacity to deliver services for all Australians?
Minister. Very much, Mr President. And I think the great outsourcer is an exceptional interjection, Senator Fifield. And I can advise the Senate, Mr President, that in a revolutionary way, of course, as we see the result of the evolving nature of records management, we're reviewing the sort of work that existing records management staff are doing. And I know that's totally out there. I know that's not something that those opposite could possibly deal with, because it involves efficiency and effectiveness and good service delivery. So we have records management staff who have to respond to an increasingly digital environment.
Cameron.
And unlike those opposite, it's actually important to me that my staff have meaningful and important roles to fulfil. That actually makes a difference to how they're able to do their job. It makes a difference to the job that they do. So we are consulting with staff. We're consulting with the CPSU to make sure that we have consistent and up-to-date job descriptions for records management staff.
Thank you, Minister. The
Doesn't
time
matter
for
how
answering
many
the
lies they
question
tell
has
opposite,
expired.
Mr. President, they are not